What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 20 of Stunlocked, or season 2, episode 1.
Ooh.
Probably numbered just as 20, right?
Yeah.
I'm Brian.
I'm Bailey, aka Schoolboy QAnon.
Yeah. What's up? It's your boy. And this is now season 2 because we're now posting to YouTube as well. Some of you may be wondering what happened during the time skip between season 1 and 2.
The 6-year time skip.
Yeah, the 6-year time skip.
We have families now. I have 2 kids.
Yeah, I loved and lost 3 women. They're all dead. Not me though. Nothing to do with me. Wouldn't that be kind of hype? It was just like, yeah, this guy's had 4 girlfriends and they all died. It's like a main character and they never talk about it.
That would be really cool. I think.
There's kind of a thread here. So we posted a video to TikTok that Bailey edited and it got 2.4 million views.
That's a lot of views.
Yeah, and I would like to. This is our 2 million views special. I like to call it. That's
insane thing to say.
So neither of us. Yeah. So we posted the Transformers clip where we discuss the Transformers
the movie
slavery connection.
Yeah.
The slavery between Transformers and every historical event. And people thought it was fine. It got like 60K views. And then I looked at the account after 3 days and it was down. It had been flagged for hateful content for some reason.
It makes sense.
I don't know why. Like, what do you think got it flagged?
Maybe the reference to slavery. I don't know. Maybe that's why we had
Hitler? Or was that the other video? No,
we mentioned Hitler in the other one, and they didn't do a goddamn thing. It says a lot about China.
So once I submitted the appeal, and they got back to me in like a day. They got back to me in like a couple hours, and
it was
then
quick.
It zoomed for the next week and a half to 2 million views.
Yeah,
which is a lot.
Dude, it got me worried. I posted it, and like 6 hours later, it was like 200 views, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, that's like pretty good."
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. And then I don't use TikTok. I don't think you really do either.
Yeah, I don't.
And so I forgot TikTok was a thing I had downloaded on my phone.
Yeah.
And then I come check it like 4 days later, and it's got like 65K, and I'm like, "Oh my god, somebody hit the switch."
Yeah. Who the CEO hit the switch? What was his name?
Show
hit the switch for us. What was your experience? So what was your experience like watching the number go up?
It was really good until it hit 1 million. Then it meant nothing anymore.
Yeah, same here. Basically, same here.
I see it goes from 1 to 1.1. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. It goes from 500,000 to 580,000. I'm like freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. What was it like for that first mill?
I don't know. It was. I assumed it was gonna I was content not challenging. It got taken down, and I was like, well, the other one had like 5K more views anyways. I'm not. Yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah. And now I'm glad you contested it.
Yeah.
They tried to take it down for being too based, and then they brought it back up. And
they knew the number would do too good. So yeah, I don't. It has a lot. So what I figured out is that views don't matter because they don't even show them. I've been investigating TikTok. So since this has happened, I've been lurking around TikTok, seeing what it matters. They don't really surface view count because views don't matter. It's likes. And we did get a good ratio of likes, I think. I think it's over 10%.
Is that a good ratio?
I think it's pretty good, yeah. I mean, it was good enough that they showed it to 2 million people.
I guess so.
No, so what matters, like view count matters in that like it's people seeing it. But then they level that, I assume, against like other more like involved interactions because you don't really like you don't actively view something on TikTok. It's just shown to you.
Yeah. And
then once you take that step to do something with it, that is probably when they flag it as like based.
I guess it's probably comments too, because a lot of people were really mad you got the city wrong in the second video. They were really fucking mad you got the city wrong that the like Decepticons fucking nuked.
Yeah. They were
like,
mad.
Bro, it's Detroit. Come on.
Yeah. It was Chicago, I think.
Oh, was it Chicago? I don't know.
I think it was Chicago. But yeah, no. So it's like comments and shares and favorites and bookmarks and likes and all that shit. And we did pretty good on that. So I've been investigating, and every time I open TikTok to look at this, right, I am inundated. I am force fed content.
Yeah.
Because you open to the feed, right?
Uh-huh.
And I actually wrote some lists of like my first day on TikTok. I wrote a list and topics. Don't look at it if you haven't already. You may have forgotten.
Okay.
I wrote it a while ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. TikTok, I think, is at its core like pretty brain damaging. But I don't.
I think there was a congressman that called it digital. What was it? Oh fuck! It wasn't digital heroin. It was.
Did our guy steal that?
Who? Our guy?
China said that about video games. They called it spiritual. They called it spiritual opium.
Oh, that's yeah. Our guys called it digital fentanyl, which is like the U.S. version of
that's
spiritual.
So funny.
They called it digital
I don't
fentanyl.
know, dude. Fentanyl is like fentanyl. I know it's real and I know it kills people, but like I swear to God, it's like made up.
Dude,
like,
shoutouts to the police officers that went to the hospital over fentanyl exposure.
Yeah.
AKA
dude.
they opened a baggie that had some in it and then they fainted in their car 20 minutes later.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Police scares are like, it's like these brave officers gave their lives by stepping into the same city as an ounce of fentanyl and they died on the spot. It's like an AoE for cops. It's insane, dude.
It's like truffles.
Yeah, I don't. It's insane, dude. They just fucking drop. It's like those fucking.
They were talking about it soaking in through their fucking skin, dude.
Yeah, no. Like in the hospitals will be like, no, this is not possible, and they just keep running with it. It's like,
actually, yeah.
Every time a cop like sees fentanyl, it's like those posts on like aquarium or like shrimp subreddits. It's like, guys, the acid level got too high, frowny face. It's like 100 dead shrimp at the top of the tank.
The pH balance was off, and their whole fish tank's fucking dead.
No, like I fought like a shrimp. I follow a shrimp subreddit for sometimes, and like half the posts are like, I put a new toy in, and it like insta killed the entire fucking tank.
That's why they put a buoy too close to another one in Alaska, and it killed 11 billion crabs.
Yeah, no, like that's cops with fent. But like yeah. No, I remember like what it was like. He was stealth injected with fentanyl.
What?
No, it was like a music festival. It was like one of our police officers has been like fucking Assassin's Creed like poison.
It's like the Brotherhood multiplayer. There's a fucking fentanyl dealer blending into a crowd, and then he hits the police officer with the hot swap.
No, it's like someone came up from behind him and stealthily injected him with fentanyl. I'm like, are you sure? Like fentanyl is like the police version of Havana syndrome. You know what Havana syndrome is?
I've never heard of that in my life.
Dude, I cannot believe it because your name is like Schoolboy QAnon and like and I was with like some friends last week and they had never heard of it either. And it's like, but the U.S. Congress has passed laws about it. Basically, it's like Havana's a place in Cuba, and it's basically like a bunch of CIA agents were like, oh, guys, after that last mission, I'm getting headaches. I'm getting a little sad. I'm getting depression. My tummy hurts.
Just like real work-life balance shit?
They're like, I don't know what. I think I've been hit with a heart attack gun. And every news story is like, guys, look it up. Google Havana syndrome. Like, it is the same as fentanyl. No mainstream press outlet is like, are you sure you're not just sad because you like lit 20 kids in like this global south on fire? It's like, no, I think I've been hit with the Chinese heart attack gun to give me alcoholism. And I swear this is real. And during the pandemic, Congress passed a law that gave them special health care.
Because of Havana syndrome?
Look up Havana. I swear to Christ. It's like I'm insane. It's like I'm an insane person. Google it right now.
With the heart attack gun, dude.
Yes, it's literally like, we don't know what's causing it, but our agents are sad after we had them like organize the rape and murder of 30 children in some country we're cooing. It's like, are you sure you might not just be like depressed and like your actions are? No, I think I've been I think China's after me and they've given me depression with magic. Like, it's insane. It's the most, and no outlet would be like, guys, this sounds really fucking stupid. They'd all be like, mysterious Havana syndrome cases are on the rise. Like,
I've been cultivating for 2,000 years to give the CIA tummy aches.
Yes, it's insane, dude. It's literally the most insane shit of all time, and I feel like no one's talking about it. Like, during COVID, like, peak COVID. People are like, they're out of money. It's been like months since any stimulus checks, right? It's been like a year.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, we got to give our Congress people special healthcare protections so they can get their Havana syndrome treated.
Why is it called that specifically? Did they take trips to Havana to calm down?
I think it's something. I think it's because they first got it in Havana. Like, that's when it was first. Dude, it's so fucking stupid. I'm looking at a Wikipedia page for it right now. I'm going insane. Dude.
They're like on the phone with their like healthcare specialist while tying up the hands of a child that doesn't even speak English.
Dude, yes, dude. Like, I'm looking at Havana syndrome. Dude, the top of this page has like a disclaimer. It's like, this is schizo posting. It's like, it's like the top of the page is like, this may have a lot of fringe theories on it, so stay chill. It's like, dude, the government passed laws about it. Like, what do you mean? Like,
that's so
it's literally
good.
the stupidest shit of all time, and that's what Fent is for cops.
So, anyways,
TikTok. Yes, I mean, I was afraid we weren't going to be able to farm any clips for TikTok this out.
Yeah,
fucking.
Yeah, you have a new motivation every episode. You're like, I need one unhinged rant fit somewhere into this episode.
Yes. So there's a lot of TikToks, and I was mostly getting ads, which was weird to me because we're a new account. Like, why would they be giving us ads? Not like
you think it'd be the opposite.
Not like ads, but like sponsor posts. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like not like literally like pre-baked ads, which I don't even think even exist anymore. No, they probably do because TikTok needs their cut.
Yeah. So most of it is like somebody's doing a sponsored video for a company or something.
Well, not even that. It's like I'll just read it out. So porn addiction guru, that's not an ad. That's just like a podcast guy being like, porn's bad, whatever. I got that a lot.
Fair enough.
There was like some fucking trend, and it was like weirdly like made me really uncomfortable because it was like a child's voice saying like, mom, hands up, and then the woman with large breasts. It's like a voice, right? It's like just a sound sample. It would be like, mom, put your hands up. And then the woman with large breasts would put her hands up. And then she'd
that's
shake
awesome.
them. And the kid would be like, you, mom. And I'm like, this is like weird. Like, this is weird to me. So that was like the thirst trap. That was the thirst trap trend that I came in on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll get to this one later. But there's this one ad that's like, it like weirdly like straw man's like gay people. It's like super weird. It's like gay person : like any discount for the LGBTQ community, and it's like kill yourself. Like, but it's like a robot voice, and it's about like a yo-yo or something.
It's like a robot voice telling gay people to kill themselves.
No, it's like no gay discounts here. It's like hey, any support for BLM? It's like no, pay full. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is insane. It's super weird. I didn't want to save any because I didn't know if that was public. I didn't know how it would affect the algorithm, but that shit was driving me insane.
As long as you didn't interact with them or watch them more than once, I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of like, there was one. Okay, I'll just read one because I wrote it down word for word, and it's like a glow up basketball, right?
Yeah.
It's a glow, and this is when I realized I'm like, okay, these ads have to be like AI generated or something, like not the footage, but like the voiceover for sure, or they don't speak English.
I was gonna say they're AI generated, or they're hiring some like small Indian company to make it.
Yes, so it's a basketball that has like this multicolor like light to it, and the question was like, does the basketball need to charge? And then the response from the company, like in the video, okay, so the answer to the question is actually no, it doesn't need to charge at all. Just make sure it charges overnight. And I watched that like 4 times because I couldn't believe it. I was so baffled. Dude. I couldn't take it. I felt like I was losing it. I felt like I was and here's the thing. This wasn't me. This wasn't like some Passion of the Christ thing, right? Where I'm like, oh, woe is me. Like, I have to do this. It's like, okay, I have to do this, but like, yeah, this isn't the worst use. This isn't the worst use of my time. Just listening to like these insane ads. I sat here for an hour, bro. And like, for some reason, I didn't hop off. It's that
digital fentanyl straight in your veins.
Literally, bro. It's terrible. There was one that I really liked where it was like the ad, it was like weird, like cool, like reverse psychology. The ads like the ad is between like someone who has the product and the company. It's like, hey, why did you send me this shitty, stupid product? What? Hey, no, it's like, why did you send me this cool phone case? I didn't ask for this. And they're like angry. And it's like, sorry, sir, we send everyone that likes and comments a free phone case. Nothing we can do about it. Or it's like, why did you send my daughter this epic yo-yo? I don't like that. It's like, sorry, sir. Your daughter liked and commented. We had no choice.
Whoa.
It's like weird shit like that. It's like, I don't know. This shit's insane. But that's mostly what TikTok seems to be. I've been looking at YouTube Shorts as well. And I think those are just like better algorized for me. So those aren't terrible. But you know how it is.
Yeah, I know. I've had the mistake of I use Instagram maybe like 3 times a month. I get updates from like musicians because they seem to like Instagram more than most other social media.
Yeah.
So I'll look for like tour dates or like merch drops or something from artists I like. But I'll find somebody and I'm like, oh, I wonder if they have an Instagram. I'll click the search bar on Instagram and it's just like 50 like nearly naked women in like the pictures below the search bar.
Yeah.
or just like kids doing weird shit or like emojis like cry laughing.
Yeah, I like the emoji cry
it's
laughing.
like it's like a visceral response every time I click the search bar. I feel like I've transported to a parallel universe for just a moment. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see this shit anywhere else. It's weird.
Yeah, and like the thing I've noticed about TikTok and like Shorts is that like you don't get to choose like what you're looking at all ever. Like even on Shorts, I will look up a specific topic just because I'm like, oh, like yeah, sure, I'll have this like I'd like 100 like 60-second videos of this pumped into my brain, whatever it may be, cooking or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're like ever skipping them, they're like, oh, he's over this shit. Give him dogs. And like I can't stay on the topic. It won't let me, dude. It's super weird.
I've been staying on dogs. There's 2 YouTube short types that I've been watching. One of them on my personal YouTube account, one of them on the Stunlocked. On my personal, I just have like infinite like dog and cats, and it's pretty nice to be honest.
Yeah.
And then on the Stunlocked, I've inundated it with Family Guy clips vocoded to Gangster's Paradise.
It's pretty sick, dude. I was actually in a voice call with my friends. I said, hey guys, hold on, let's watch this. And I did just pull up Family Guy vocode.
They're fucking banging, dude.
When they talk long enough that you can truly hear the song, it's something special.
It really is.
It's something special. Because like for most of the time, it's like, it's almost there. But then like Brian will be talking too long and you can like fully hear Megalovania. It's pretty hype. I like, yeah, that's pretty hype.
It's a standout medium, man.
It really is. Why do they all have that filter? Like, is that just like, you know the filter I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the like weird, like it's black and white, but all the edges are like colored, like neon almost.
Yeah, it's all black, but every outline is neon.
I couldn't tell you. What if we made our whole podcast like vocoded to like a movie? Like we just have the movie playing, and then the vocode is the podcast sound.
I don't know if that'll work.
That would go.
We should we should put out a special episode. That sounds kind of funny.
I would at least make like a TikTok
funny.
of that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty funny.
I want to try that really bad now. Actually,
that actually sounds hype, dude. I would
like a really shitty picture of my face is like as like the overlay.
That's the first thing I render on the new computer.
Yeah.
So yeah, TikTok, fascinating beast. I will continue to post on it, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Why not? I make the shorts for YouTube, so I might as well put them on TikTok too.
Yeah. I mean, you sure you don't make them for TikTok now?
How many followers is it to applied for putting food on my table?
10K. But even then, 1 million views only get you like $40. The real money comes from being like, hey guys, I found this epic Papa John's pizza, stuffed crust, Shaquille O'Neal edition that I just love. So that's where the actual money comes from. You do not get money from the Creator Fund.
Damn.
The Creator Fund exists to incentivize people to want to do it, but once you realize it's like $80 maybe a month, like you're getting your money from like HelloFresh.
Okay.
Like, you're doing sponsored posts for HelloFresh. That's where the actual money comes from.
I would do a sponsored post for HelloFresh if they also sent me food for it. Like if they paid you and were like, here's like HelloFresh for like a half a year or something.
Yeah,
dude.
They probably just give it to you for a month, but like
that's still worth it. Although that would get me addicted to where I'm like, I have to go to the grocery store.
I don't know if it would. I've done the meal prep stuff and it just never like sticks for me. Like the meal ship things.
All right, then you can Hello Fresh it to my door too. I'll get 2 months.
Double up. That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, that'd be kind of sweet. Yeah.
So TikTok is just for like becoming famous. Like you don't make money on TikTok, but if you become famous on TikTok, you just kind of exist and that makes you money.
As far as I can tell, yes. Because if you look at videos, a lot of them don't really get that. Like, well, I guess they probably do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey Bentley. Sorry, my dog walked in.
Hey Bentley.
So, I guess I'm not seeing how many views other people have, right? I'm seeing likes.
That's true. Wait, it only shows views for the ones you make yourself.
I think so. So yeah,
that's whack.
I think. But if we're going by like that like ratio where like it's popping off like that,
yeah,
you're probably only getting like 80 or something, maybe per video. So you're doing it to get famous, but then like advertisers still see that as valuable, so you'll just be doing sponsored posts. Like Mr. Beast, like Venmoing Carl Jacobs like $20, but like it's a TikTok.
Yeah.
So like that's where you get your actual money from.
That reminds me, I don't remember what advertisement it was, but there was did you watch the Mr. Beast video where they go to Antarctica?
Yeah, I did. Shopify.
And they Shopify that, and they go up on a mountain and they're like, this is now Shopify Shopify
crazy.
Mountain.
Dude, that must have been like a 20 mil deal.
That's unhinged.
Like to pay for that deal and like do that entire that's like an 8-hour hike, I think.
It's actually unreal.
Yeah, the most so the bit of the video is that they're going to Antarctica with Dream, who's there, and I guess he had like COVID, so he was just like in the tent the entire time and never on footage. I did not know he was awesome. In the video until I was told later. So it was, hi, I'm Dream. Yeah. So it's them going to Antarctica and just doing that because whatever. I do not. I don't know. Those videos do nothing for me. But about halfway through, they dig a big hole, and then Mr. Beast comes back from his Shopify hike, and they go into a little hole. And he's like, hey, guys, and he tells the other guys, he's like, hey, you guys want to see the next Mr. Beast video? Pick one.
Oh, yeah.
Man eats biggest hamburger or blind man sees for the first time. and they didn't like show us the video, but like I thought that was a little on the nose. That felt too Master of Life and Death for me. Like
Mr. Beast is becoming like a superior being.
Like I want if Mr. Beast is the one that like facilitated this man getting his eyesight back, that's too much for me.
I funded research and they found a way to give eyesight back to the blind.
And I've given it to one viewer. Like subscribe.
Wait, I like the idea of one Mr. Beast viewer who is literally like can't see he's going to get his sight back.
Dude,
if he
you know what Mr. Beast
like
should
and
do?
Subscribe.
What Mr. Beast should do if Mr. Beast was based, he had that video series a couple years back where it was like 5 videos leading up to giving away $1 million. Yeah, it was like years ago, so that like mattered to him. Like, $1 million was like still a lot. And it probably still is, but like he had to like juice like 5 videos for that shit, and only one person could win. I want him to do that same video series, but it's like blind people competing for the right to see again.
They're like stumbling over each other on a Wipeout style obstacle course, and he's like getting way too much enjoyment out of it.
When that kid took his hand off the Prius and like lost $1 million and cried, like I can only imagine how bad it would be if you were like, if it was getting a sense back. You know what I mean?
That would be crazy.
Like, what is the blind man sees for the first time video? Like, because that's not easy to do, because that's like obvious bait, right? Like someone could have done that already, right? That's not like like that's new, right? Like that's you can't do that, right?
I maybe it's like they're legally blind and there's like really special glasses or something. I don't know.
Maybe, but like I don't know. Maybe it is like a bait like that where it's like he could have had those glasses before. Maybe they're pulling someone out of like a developing world who's legally blind and has not had the opportunity to have these glasses. They're bringing him to America, putting him in the glasses and shipping him back. That'd be crazy. I mean, like 30 years from now, it's just going to be like, if you ever need like a level of charity or something covered for you, you just go and compete on like a Mr. Beast tournament. You're like, if the top 5 people in this obstacle course get their like insurance covered for the next 3 years, or like you're trying to contest a parking ticket and you have to hire like a lawyer and they're like, oh, we'll cover your legal charges if you can
if you can like hit a kickflip before anybody else does.
Yeah, like there's going to be a class of individual in 20 years, and like their job is like competing and shit like that.
Professional.
It's just gonna be their job, like day trading.
That's crazy. It's day trading, but you're just going onto as many like reality TV shows as you can.
Was that your?
That's isn't that kind of already a thing? I guess like the Bachelor in Paradise, like they go on to I'm hot and I'm stupid as fuck, so I just show up on all these shows.
Yeah, like I don't know, like, but I don't think that's that many people, right? I'm saying for like
it's like probably like 10.
Yeah, in the future, I think there will be several of these people. Was that your joke a while ago where it was like a hypothetical, like you get like $1 million, but you can never see a tree again or you die? And you said, isn't that just being a day trader?
Yeah.
Isn't that just day trading?
Although that's becoming like every like fucking work from home job now.
Yeah, baby. But yeah, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, fascinating. I saw the Avatar.
Avatar 2?
Yeah.
In 40X?
In just 3D. If I paid like I couldn't find a 4D theater where the Na'vi sucked me off. But so I had to settle.
Is that like a machine or is that like hired employees at the movie theater?
It's a mix. It's a mix. They do bring in blue women, but they don't touch you. You just have to pretend they are.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They make the noises and the machine does the work.
They actually inject you with a drug that makes you like so delirious you can't really tell what's going on. They kind of take you out of it. It's like anesthesia.
Mm-hmm. Avatar anesthesia.
Yeah. I don't know. That movie is something else. I don't know. You should go see it right now, Bailey.
Is it good?
I saw it in 3D, and the plot is whatever, right? Like people compare it to like I've heard people say like, oh, it's no Christopher Nolan, and like I guess not, because it's not like really like it's not really doing like emotional weight like that shit or like cool guy shit.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at it, I almost like cried because like as like a little world building freak, I was so like on like a higher layer happy. It's like, wow, James Cameron just did like a multi-thread Reddit r/world building post and got like $10 billion for it. That's hype, dude. I thought it was so hype because like you're looking at it and there's like a bunch of little things and it looks like real life. That he like builds up like this lore about this whale and then like spends like 30 minutes like going into like the detailed method to like hunt them that he invented. Like it's a bunch of shit like that. And like there's a part of the beginning where like in the first one, it's like, they turned US soldiers into Na'vi, like by putting their brains in the Na'vi.
Yeah, to get the unobtainium.
Yeah, to get the unobtainium and like be cool. And I'm not going to like talk about it too much, but like in the beginning, like you see like one of the soldiers and it's like right after he gets out and they're all going to their briefing. And he has like tattoos on him that say like mom and shit or like the street he grew up on or like, and it's like human ass tattoos. It's not like tribal shit. And you're wondering, it's like, did he have these specifically made? Well, like, or like, did the scientists like give them, did the body come like this to like help with the dysmorphia? And I thought that was just like, cool to think
on the
about.
Na'vi body, he had those tattoos?
On the Na'vi body, he had like those tattoos.
Oh, that's awesome.
He came out like that. And I'm thinking, I'm like, man, did they give him that shit so like he wouldn't have like dysmorphia? Like,
yeah, they hit those test tube aliens with Crayola on the arms and
like,
got him set up.
It's just
That's
like a bunch
crazy.
of cool shit like that. Like the idea that like, yeah, they're Na'vi, like, but they've gene modded in a fifth finger just so it's not like weird. So like they're able to tell.
Wait, the regular Na'vi have 4?
Yeah, the regular Na'vi have 4. So like like if you're born of like an avatar and a regular Na'vi, you have 5 fingers, and everyone calls you like a half.
What the fuck?
Because you're like born of like the tank Na'vi. Because the avatars have 5 fingers. Because like, why wouldn't you, right? Like if you're just trying to like make a cool body, give it a 5th finger just so it's normal. Yeah. It's just like small
we're
world building
a Na'vi,
shit like
but
that.
better.
Yeah, it's small world building shit like that. I really love. I'm not going to talk about the world building forever, but one thing that he really nails in the first one, and he nails again in this, is that whenever a Na'vi and a human, like whenever they're fighting, and the humans don't like outnumber them with like a trillion like mechs and VTOLs, like. It's a disaster movie. Like the Na'vi, because they're like 16 feet tall, like their bows can just like shoot through helicopter, they just shoot through helicopters, and like Jake Sully has an assault rifle that's basically an anti-air gun because like he's huge, so he can just carry around this fucking. He's shooting.
I forgot they're like 9 feet tall, aren't they?
No, they're like 16 feet tall. Like they are like 2 humans tall.
Jesus
it's crazy.
Christ.
It's awesome. So like they can like carry like these huge bows that are basically like ballistas, and they just like shoot through the helicopter canopy. It's insane. So I really enjoyed that because like whenever they fight and they're not like outnumbered by humans, it's like Tom and Jerry. They're just like flicking humans in the head. I think at one point, one of the Na'vi like hits a human with her bow, like with like her bow, and like his head is like in the bow, kind of like his head is like wedged between the like the bow wire
the
and
bow
like
and
the
the
wood,
string,
and she decapitates them.
Oh,
because,
like a cheese slicer,
like a cheese slicer, and I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like they are big and strong, aren't they? So yeah, James.
Is the movie really 3 hours?
It's 3 hours. It's worth it though. I don't know, dude. See that shit in 3D? It's like real life. I couldn't believe it. Sometimes it's just a shot, and it's like, wow, real life. He did it. They talk about Oppenheimer. It's like, wow, I can't believe they let Nolan like make a nuke. I can't believe they let Nolan gene mod a whale and bring to life a true horror. That's awesome. It's CG. It's also shot in like 166 hertz or something.
What the
frame rate goes crazy sometimes.
So like the pan shots are actually crazy.
Yeah, like you don't notice it. You usually don't notice it for some reason. But whenever you see someone's entire body, you're like, oh, this is like 90 frames per second. That's really weird. That's really weird to look at. I don't know.
Because I bought like a 165 hertz monitor.
Yeah.
And I was running like, I don't know, like Caribbean like flyover videos in like 1440p, like 165 frames. And I'm like, this hits different. So if that's a whole ass movie.
Yeah. I mean, I think most movies look like shit when they're doing that, like Gemini Man. It just looks like a home movie, right? 24 frames is usually the best, but James's vision pulls it off. I don't know. I kneel. James Cameron, you're the GOAT. I hope you live long enough to make 10 more of these every 2 years.
Well, if he keeps making shit like this, he's gonna get a robotic body funded soon enough, like the programmer of Dwarf Fortress. He's gonna be making that game for the next like 4,000 years.
I hope they do that. I hope have you played Doom 2016?
No.
There's just a robot guy named Samuel Hayden, and he's just like an Earth scientist that got a robot body. And he's 16 feet tall, which I thought was funny because I'm like, you're not a combatant, but you're just 16 feet tall for no reason. That's sick. I don't know. Yeah. He said that he mourns the loss of movies he won't get to make because he's making Avatar. But that's the vision.
This took me so long.
Yes, that's the vision, dude. Fuck it, dude. He has like 5 more of these in the pipeline.
Jesus Christ.
And it's making a ton of money. He's gonna get to make them, dude. He said he's gonna have to like train people to make like the ones after 5 because he's already like 70 or something.
So, there's gonna be like college classes on how to be a graphic designer specifically for fucking Avatar movies.
Yeah, I don't know. It is like, I don't know if you're like at all like into the aspect of like world building and like crafting like something like that. I think it's like a must see, just because like he's fully realized it. He got all the money in the world to do it, and he got to make his little r/world building post, right? Like, and I think that's beautiful. It was literally such a beautiful thought that I almost cried multiple times in the movie.
Ooh.
That I'm like, wow, like someone has truly gotten an infinite budget to make their little like world, and I think that's amazing because you don't see shit like that, like the biggest movies in the world are like in Earth environments, but like some of the best parts of this movie are like he's making Planet Earth 3. Like it's literally just like a nature doc. Like it's just like long shots of things moving around in the water. It's sick.
That would be cool. A nature documentary movie that's about a planet that's not real. That would go crazy.
That is what the second half of this movie. That is what the middle part of this movie is. That's what the second act is.
The middle hour.
It's literally like we're the new kids in school, and this is weird. Like it's just like trying to fit in. It's like Disney Channel shit, but like the backdrop is entirely just like looking at weird shit and them telling you about it.
That is really cool. I like that.
I think if you can see it in theaters, you absolutely need to, just in 3D, because that is James's vision. They rolled out the 3D projectors for this one. Let me tell you.
Wow.
Because they don't make 3D movies anymore.
Did the plan work?
What plan? It didn't. The plan I was just running out of fucking time. No, I was gonna trick my friend by having all of our other friends ask him to go see the menu, and then it was actually gonna be Avatar. But I ended up seeing it solo, regrettably.
Damn.
I was running out of time because like my other friends wanted to record something about it and I kept fucking putting it off. So, just had to fold and see it alone.
So you saw it by yourself.
Yes.
So there's like 60 people on this planet who think you are like subhuman.
Yeah.
What you're telling me.
Exactly. No, dude, I saw this like there's maybe 20. It was not a full theater. I will say funniest part of the movie for me was when credits start playing. It's The Weeknd. It's a Weeknd song playing. I'm like, okay, James is a real filmmaker. No stinger here. No post-credit scene. But then the second I get up and I walk down like 3 steps, and it just starts playing more footage of animals in the water, and I sit my white ass down.
And listen. I sit my white ass down and listen.
It was literally like it was fucking like whale footage. It was like Tycoon footage set to the backdrop of like the worst Weeknd song I could think of, and I'm just like, "Yup, James, you've done it again. Thank you, James." Like, I will wait. I will wait patiently for you to run out of things to show me. I swear to God. He's the GOAT, dude. I don't know.
Can't wait for Avatar 3 in 2031.
No, 2024 apparently. Promise. He promises. No, the filming is done for 3. That was filmed back to back. So that filming is done. They're just doing production on it.
Whoever's playing any role in this movie, I feel like has like a life career.
Yeah, they kind of do. No, it's funny. He said like, okay, we filmed 2, 3, and half of 4 because halfway through 4 there's a time skip, and I needed the actors to be young enough that we could do the time skip by the time it came out.
So then when they're done, yes. So then when like 2024 comes along, they just give them a little makeup, and they're actually like 3 years older.
No, like,
and they're like, it's been like a 5-year time.
They filmed half of 4 in like 2014. So by the time they film the rest of 4, they're going to be fucking like adults.
Oh, that's crazy.
He did Boyhood. He did fucking Boyhood for Avatar.
What the fuck?
You know Boyhood?
Vaguely.
Yeah, where they filmed like the same family like every couple years, like as actors. So he was actually growing up in the movie. That's hard, dude. He did Boyhood for Avatar.
That's fucking crazy.
He's the best, dude. He's the best to ever do it. Yeah, I don't know. That movie really hit me because I don't know. I'm like a weird like world building guy, right?
Yeah,
I enjoy like crafting that kind of stuff, and to see him like do that, like, and I mean like do that, I couldn't believe it. I don't know.
That is really cool.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man ended.
That's true. I did watch the last episode. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
The ending of Chainsaw made me go, wow, go read the manga.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I think it's good, right? I think the anime is good. I like it.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, I'm like, this is pretty different. Just in like presentation.
The vibe.
Yeah. It's a very different like vibe and presentation. And I don't think it's a bad adaptation. I think the surface level stuff of what makes Chainsaw Man like so like insanely good is there and will continue to be there in season 2. But I think just like, I don't know, the subtler parts of like Fujimoto's like presentation is going to be absent. So I think it's worth watching both and like doing both 100%. But yeah, I definitely felt like at the end I'm just like, go read the manga. That's like what I would have told my brother.
Yeah. It was worth it though.
It's wow. No, I'm like glad I watched it. I'm glad it's out. Like I don't think this was ever going to come out and me be like, don't read the manga, right?
Yeah.
But like it was definitely a very like, okay, like this was goated, yes, but like the manga has like very unique good things about it, as does this. Like they each have like their own like very unique strong suits. But I think all in all, I prefer the manga for what it is.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would have to hard agree.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, actually, yeah. I was watching, oh God, like 2 days ago, I just got sucked into a Family Feud hole because there was, it was Celebrity Family Feud, right? Where they play for charity. Yeah. And I don't know, man. Seeing famous people try to do that is very entertaining to me, and I'll just sit there and watch it for hours on end, like Ninja Fortnite videos. Yeah. And who is it? One side was the Shark Tank like billionaires, right? Mark Cuban and the whole home team was there.
Yeah.
And I think the question that comes up for we asked 100 American adults. The question was like, what is the best place to like have sex in the where you work in the office?
Oh wow.
And I'm like, that's like a psyop. And like the other team was like talk show hosts.
Yeah.
So they go up there. They're literally like from the talk and like stuff like that. I think who's the big dude from Whose Line Is It Anyways? Who does Prices Right now?
Zero idea. I only know Shark Tank.
Okay. So anyways, a bunch of like, and they're, making jokes. Oh, let's do it in the changing room, the break room or whatever. And then they go to I don't remember his fucking name, the black guy from Shark Tank, the bald guy. And he goes up and he's looking around, he's rubbing his chin, he's thinking, and he gets buzzed out because he can't think of an answer. And I'm like, this is the biggest fucking PR stunt I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Like, oh God. No, that's Damien.
How would I know?
Yeah, how would I know? Never done it.
Little do we know that he's like speed running the fucking blueprints of his third skyscraper. This room. Like these are all perfect opportunities for me to cheat on my wife.
Yeah, like that's that is so. Dude,
it was so good. Like it had to have been an entire fucking PR stunt of I can't answer this question. If I do, my wife will leave me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is really funny. Did anyone else answer?
They started giving like really generic. They're like the meeting room. Oh, the broom closet. But it's like it's the 7th floor, like 3 rooms down, where you accidentally installed the noise canceling fucking like 4-layer glass.
Yeah.
That you can press a button to make it look like it's outside through the windows.
Dude, I gotta watch that. I'm imagining Kevin O'Leary going on like, I don't know. Do you ever watch Shark Tank?
I do. I like it,
dude. The Kevin O'Leary gambits are so fucking funny every time. It's like he's reading out like the back of a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and the person just says no. Mark Cuban's like, I'll give you $500K for 10% equity, and then Kevin O'Leary's like, I'll loan you $400K, and then you pay, and then I own 5% of the company, and then once you pay it off, I now owe 7% of the company, and you have to continue paying me $30K annually. And they just say no,
and I will lower it by $5,000 a year if at any point you come to my beachfront property and suck me off.
Yeah, no, it's like so stupid. Like every fucking time he's like he's writing out a new fucking algorithm, and it's just like, no, that's a bad deal, dude. Like,
yeah, Mark Cuban looks at him. Yeah, I'll take your offer, but I'll take 1% more of the company, and I'll throw in season tickets, front row season tickets.
Dude, something I've noticed is that like there's like a 10% chance like any husband and wife duo, the husband just really wants to group up with Mark. They really just want to be with Mark.
They want to sit next to him at least one one. Yes. What is he? What team does he own? What basketball team?
I don't know. I knew it before you asked.
I think it's a Houston team. I think it's a Texas team. I don't think it's the Rockets.
Mark Cuban,
but I could be wrong. Hold on. What team does Mark Cuban own? Half of them at this point.
I don't know.
Basketball team. What team does he own? What NBA team? Dallas Mavericks. I was right. It was a Texas team. Yeah, he was a Mavericks owner. His net worth is $4.6 billion. Didn't he lucked into like the vast majority of that, didn't he?
He didn't luck. He kind of scammed. So he did internet.com or like radio.com, broadcast.com. And Yahoo was like, we'll give you $100 billion. And I believe the math is something like the amount of users that it had, they could have just paid new users like $10K per sign up, and they would have gotten more people for more money for like a better deal. Yeah. And then he like immediately sold all the stock he was legally allowed to, and then sold like promises to the stock that he wasn't illegally allowed to sell yet. So he just immediately bounced after he got all the Yahoo stock.
And then the .com bubble.
Yes.
And then he walked out of there literally bathing in $1,000 bills.
Yes. It was really like a stupid fucking idea that like Yahoo was obviously stupid enough to buy, and they just bought it for so much money. It was awesome.
It's crazy how Yahoo is still around after being like a consistent L machine.
Yeah, it is fascinating. Like what they like tell Google to kill themselves, tell Netflix to kill themselves. Like people constantly try to sell themselves to Yahoo.
It's so strange.
Yeah, like,
and the ones that they buy are the worst ones you could imagine, and the ones they don't buy are the winners every
time. Guys, we did it. Finally, a W. We're producing season 8 of Community, and it will be exclusive on our streaming service. Like that's not a joke. Like they did that. Wait. Like they had like a Yahoo streaming service where they made more seasons of Community, like 3.
Was that before or after they realized that oh god, what's his name? The Chevy Chase like hated everybody.
I think it was after. I think Pierce was gone at that point. The character. I don't know. It's hard to. I did not watch all of Community.
The timeline for that show. I watched almost all of it, but the timeline for a lot of that shit is wild.
Didn't watch the Yahoo.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Yahoo exclusive seasons.
Yeah, no. Like, I don't know. I think it's like a really funny idea, like in retrospect, to be like, okay, I'm just going to like bring up thing that old people know about, radio, and attach it to new thing they're afraid of but know is valuable, internet, and then sell it to them and leave because it's a stupid idea. Like, it's kind of genius. I don't know if I call that luck. That is like tailor made. That is like perfectly manicured and manufactured to be perfect to sell to an old media company.
It's like the old internet version of like basically auto-generated TikToks where they're so low quality that people just are like, just watch them.
Yeah, but it's like it's perfect because like they know what radio is. They like radio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't know what internet is. Scary. But by putting radio on it, you basically like, it's like, okay, there's like radio, but like internet's worth a lot. So it's like radio, but worth $1 trillion. He's like, yes, it is. So like, it's kind of genius in a way. Like if the whole point was to just get acquired in that bubble, that was perfect. That's literally like a genius ploy. And I don't know if I'd call that luck. Like
he was the R Transformers video of the .com bubble.
Yes, it was perfect to blow up at that amount of time. You think he runs for president?
Mark Cuban?
Yeah, well, how else can you explain his like drug company thing? You know that?
Well, the like free drugs.
Yeah, cost plus drugs. Yeah. It's like where he's just selling drugs for like the cost plus shipping. Like that's crazy. That's the US president, right? Like that's what he's trying to do with that.
I don't know, man. In 2048, it's just going to be like, do I vote for Mark Cuban or like Nick Fuentes? Like, I don't know. It's going to be a shithole.
Yeah. I maybe he's just trying to prime himself to not be killed by the socialist horde in 2024.
He's trying to make a deal with the Mongols.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really funny. I mean, it might be. There's a lot of people who just would kind of be like, cheap drugs? Yeah, I vote for that guy. He owns an NBA team? Yeah, I vote for that guy.
Yeah.
He has my interests in mind.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably it.
Dude, did you see the Channel 5 movie?
I did not. I need to go see it. It's January 6th, right?
Yeah. It's a little disappointing because there's not a lot of new footage of January 6th itself because he had COVID and he was like dying. But the lead up to it's great. A lot of new interviews, a lot of wild shit people are saying.
I saw the shit with the kids.
Yeah. Those kids are like a reoccurring little plot point in the movie.
That's rough. Yeah, the footage I saw the kids. They show up again
at the end.
I want to go to school really bad, but it's full of pedophiles. Like,
dude, the little girl goes, "We went to McDonald's the other day, and in my muffin, I found human teeth."
Yeah, I need to see that.
I couldn't write a better bit than that child saying that.
Yeah,
like, I don't think any professional writer could ever create something that good.
Yeah,
there's a guy he meets up with who lives in a trailer and just makes like videos on his own website about the deep state pedophile ring, and that guy has a crazy, insane twist at the end of the movie. Like, literally, probably the most insane, better than M. Night Shyamalan could ever fucking imagine twist.
I might watch that tonight. I might watch that tonight in a voice call or something. That sounds hype. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. No, it's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Right.
It is an HBO special. It's like, it's not even that long. It's like 80 minutes.
You want to, yeah. Let's add that to the list of things to talk about next week.
It's so good.
All right. That's the episode, folks. You want to give one more clap for the road?
Real quick. Yeah. We need to do like, I think we need to do proper like housekeeping in these fucking videos.
Yeah, proper housekeeping.
Yeah. See, we called it season 2 at the start because we are uploading on YouTube now, full podcast episodes on YouTube.
Yes.
We'll eventually put up all the legacy ones. We put the Transformers one up because I was having like a fever dream watching the ticker go up above 1 million views.
Yeah.
So I was
and people ask, who made this?
Yeah, they put who made this video in the comments, and I responded like, I don't know, I found it on Twitter, and then I panicked like, wait, we actually don't have it anywhere to like easily access.
And we both like rushed to like make accounts and link everything together.
So all videos from now, we don't have a visual element yet, but with Brian's new computer, we might do something.
Yep.
I still like my like a VTuber idea, but if we do our faces, that's fine too.
Oh yeah.
My VTuber idea would be like expensive, I think.
Probably, yeah.
But I'd shell out like a few $100 for it if we had to. Either way, we have YouTube. What is it? Stunlocked Pod, no spaces.
Yes, I believe so.
STUNLOCKEDPOD. On fucking TikTok, it's just Stunlocked Podcast. I believe that's what you changed it to.
SEO's kind of fucked, dude. Like whenever I try to Google our account, it's like XQC like yelling at someone in chat.
Yeah, but if we show up next to that, that'd be dub.
No, that'd be a dub. Yeah, for sure.
That's partially why I picked that.
That's
name.
smart.
And then on Twitter, is it just Stunlocked Pod? Let me check.
It's worth taking a squeak. Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, we should double check that just to be safe.
It's at Stun Podcast.
That's right, at Stun Podcast, because Twitter is saturated to hell.
Yes.
And if it's the account that only follows Joe Biden, you're in the right place.
So true.
And I think it's about it.
I think that's about it. Thanks for listening. Here's to many more. See you next week.
Yeah, please don't kill yourselves. All right.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
So true.